Jim, I hope you enjoyed that. That was Pastor Derek the Changeman Smith, aka Deacon Otis Wicknine, and tell it like it is. Every Monday and Friday, right here on COW The Buzz, and check out his brand new show, The Soulful Serenade, right here on The Buzz. And speaking about amazing talent, ladies and gentlemen, all for her second week. Oh, this broadcaster extraordinaire, quite funny, extremely intelligent, and just great radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kicking It with KAYLA.
Yes, extremely intelligent. I was like, oh my gosh, did I get replaced? Thank you. You're kicking it with KAYLA right here. Studio W Buzz Radio. Today, Friday. Yeah. Kicking it off right. I like it. I like it. Friday, May 21st, 2021. Every day's a national holiday. Like I said, I think they're starting to make these things up, but I'm a festive person, so I like to celebrate. May 21st. So it happens to be a couple national days. It's National Endangered Species Day, which is always important. National Pizza Party Day. Oh yeah, that's always a good time. National Defense Transportation Day and National Bike to Work Day. I like the National Bike to Work Day. I'm not gonna do it, but I do like it. I don't have a bike. But even if I did, I probably wouldn't do it. But I really think you should. I remember when the world first had shut down and nobody was on the roads. I know Los Angeles traffic, the reputation precedes it, but nobody was on the road during quarantine, and the skies were so clear. They were clearer than the roads. It was great. The world's back open. People are back on the roads. Traffic is back to being horrendous in the roads. I mean, the sky's a little smoggy. So it just shows, like, bike to work. I remember back in the day, they raised the gas prices a little bit. This is before I had a driver's license. And a lot of people were upset. They were like, I'm boycotting the gas companies. My uncle tried to, he rode his bike to work for a really long time. It was like 20 miles to get from his house to his job. And he rode his bike trying to make a change. He said that he doesn't feel like he made a change. He said cars tried to hit him every day and it was just exhausting in the long run. But again, I do encourage that you celebrate the holiday, National Bike to Work Day, because it's just making the environment better. Again, I'm not going to do it, being completely transparent. I don't even have a bike, but I suggest you do it. You make the world a better place. It's not my, I can't save everybody. So no, I'm not participating, but you go for it. You go for it. I strongly encourage everybody else do it. National Bike to Work Day. I like it. And again, speaking of like just doing small things and not realizing that you're making a difference, there is this amazing little 11-year-old girl named Alyssa Bonal, and her and her mom love to binge watch TV shows. I love to binge watch TV shows. So relatable. It's like my favorite pastime, just sitting there binge watching TV. There's nothing better. So this little 11-year-old, she was going to school and her mom was walking her to the school bus, but they had an infant as well, and the infant needed a diaper change. So the mom's like, hey, Alyssa, you go ahead to the bus stop. I'll meet you there in a minute. I'm going to change this baby's diaper and I'll be right out there. Alyssa's like, cool. So she's sitting at the bus stop. She's playing with some blue goo stuff. And all of a sudden, an abductor emerged from his vehicle and he grabbed Alyssa, again, 11 years old. He grabbed her by her throat. He was gripping a knife, and Alyssa, she's not the one. She was fighting, kicking back. She tripped him. The kidnapper couldn't take her. So he let her go. And she knew from binge watching shows that, you should probably leave something on the attacker so it makes it easier to identify and track him down later. So with the blue goo that she was playing with, she wiped it all over him. And that's how police were actually able to track him down later. And turns out this guy had a super extensive criminal history, including sexual assault of a child. So it would have been really bad had Alyssa been kidnapped. But she says her and her mom binge watch Law and Order SVU all the time. And they actually practice for scenarios like this. Her mom said if you ever in a situation she wants you to kick, scream, bite, and yell. They practice kidnappings to avoid crazy situations like this. And if you know anything about SVU, Law and Order, there's a cop named Olivia Benson, aka Mariska Hargitay, and she actually wrote the 11-year-old girl saying that she was so proud of her. She's super strong, smart, and brave, and that Alyssa now has a new number one fan being Olivia Benson. And they're saying that for SVU they need to add blue goo to some of the weaponry that they have in the police department because that little girl was so inspirational. I love that story because I feel like I'm failing myself when I just sit around and binge watch TV. But who knows? Sitting around and binge watching TV actually saved this little girl's life. And they found the guy again. He is in jail and he's going to do some serious time for obviously trying to kidnap this little girl. And that's just one story to make us feel good. So if you're binge watching TV and feeling like you're not doing enough, you're doing something, you're learning something. Clearly, this 11-year-old girl was able to use it to her advantage. So never feel like you're not doing enough. And I hope that made you feel good. I hope some music makes you feel good. Like I said, I like to do the 90s R&B type vibe. I like to make it feel real good in here. So can we kick it off with some jams? Just kick it.
Let's just drop it. Yeah.
It's just one of them jams you wanna just lay back and just kick it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you don't hear me though. Kick this. Every man wants a woman where him and her can just go hang. Just the two of them alone, doing their own thing. And every man wants a woman that can always keep them in the mood. And I'm that kind of girl, so this is what I tell my dude. I tell him to kick off your shoes and relax your feet, oh baby. Down to the next beat, just kick it, just kick it, just kick it, just kick it. I tell him to kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Down to the next beat, just kick it, just kick it, just kick it, just kick it. Every man wants a woman that can cook him up a good meal. A woman you can treat like his own man. Take her out on the app and just chill. And every man wants a woman that ain't good for just laying on her back. And I'm the kind of woman. So before me and my man get in this leg, I'll tell him to kick off your shoes and relax. Kick off your shoes. Down to the next beat, just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the next beat, just kick it. Just kick it, my baby. Just kick it. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the next beat, just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the next beat, just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. This is for the, this is for strictly for the, this is for the, this is for the real, this is for the, this is for strictly for the, this is for the, this is for the real, the real for the, this is for strictly for the, this is for the, this is for the real, the real for the, this is for strictly for the, this is for the, this is for the real, the real. Shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the next beat, just kick it. Just kick it. Just kick it. Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. Party on down to the next beat, just kick it. Just kick it.
Yeah, and we're back.
Just kick it.
Hey, just kicking it. Hey, welcome back to Kicking It with KAYLA right here on Studio W. The Buzz, and back to you, the awesomely talented KAYLA Austin. Back to you.
Oh my God, my head's gonna be so big. Kicking it with KAYLA right here on Studio W Buzz Radio, trying to get the vibe right, trying to make you feel good this Friday. Would you say WB? Did you say something?
I said it is great.
It is great, isn't it? Did you like that first story?
Loved it, loved it, loved your all of your stories. And when I talk about you, I said, man, look, she's funny. She loves she knows the great music and she has that voice and the way
Oh
you
wow.
incorporate your shows. And oh, I was gonna save this until later, but I need to let the audience know.
Let them know.
You this is your fourth show?
Yes.
Your fourth show.
Yes.
And in 2 weeks, you've gone from 1 hour to 90 minutes because uh, you're so great that we can't get it all packed in an hour.
I just love it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this is the first 90-minute kicking it with KAYLA. It's like, oh wow. Hopefully I do a good job. Thank
You,
you. Thank
you,
you.
you're already great. That's why I went to 90 minutes. And guess what? I did check with the CEO. He says yes, absolutely.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I just want to make people feel good. Like I said, share some good stories, share some good music, kick off the weekend right. And I got some more feel good stories. Like I said, the world is um getting back to normality after the pandemic. Things are opening back up. A lot of people are vaccinated. And although it seems like a lot of crime is going up, I think that is actually proven. A lot of crime is going up. But what do you expect when people have been locked in their house for like a year and not being able to socialize like they normally do? A lot of people are going to lose their mind and act out inappropriately. And because the crime is going up and you're hearing all these negative news stories, you tend to lose faith in humanity. Well, I tend to lose faith in humanity. I can't speak for everyone, but I question humanity when I hear all the disgusting things that go on in this world. So I'm like, oh, I need something to make me feel good. So I like to look up some feel good stories. And I heard about this guy. His name is Jim Freeman. And he was locked down like the rest of us. And obviously, like I said, the world is starting to open back up. So he's at a restaurant in St. Louis and he was so overwhelmed by the normal scene that he decided to take care of everybody's bill in the restaurant. And not only did he, because he owns a construction company, so he has the money to take care of the entire
Uh,
restaurant's bills. And then on top of that, he tipped each waitress $500. And I was
um,
just how I don't want a waitress anymore, but hearing things like that, it's like, maybe, maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe I should get back to the game.
no, no, no. That was a
Now,
one-time thing. So you stay where you
I will say, in all my years in waitressing, nobody has ever
are.
done anything like that. So that's really, really nice.
Beautiful.
Isn't it beautiful? How after you were locked down for a year, WB, did you want to do anything like extra like that, or were you one of the people that are a little bit more like trying to just get back into a normal functioning member of society? Are you like overwhelmed and you're like, I'm so happy to be around people. I want to do amazing things like that.
Oh,
I'm
that's a great question because I tell you what I've been doing over the last year is trying to increase the production of this station programming. So, with the last year, 2020, it gave me a chance to really focus in on what we do at Studio W the Buzz. So, and I'm sort of a loner, but I have friends and I love people, love getting out. But it wasn't that big of a deal for me. It
really,
really wasn't.
really,
And no, it turned into a positive. Like I said, we've got so many different things done. We Our website, wow, uh,
yeah.
uh, great. The programming, the artists, and so it gave me a chance to organize better. And no, I'm fine. And like I go out now, and I love getting out. And so sometimes I'll go out and drive around the block, come back to the studio, and do some stuff. Right? Okay.
I love it. I agree. I feel like I too became more productive during the pandemic. I definitely was a little bit lonely and sad, but I took that time to find a better relationship with myself. And now I'm really, really good when I'm by myself. Like, um, to the point where it's a little bit scary. Like, do I ever need anybody ever again? I'm so good being by myself. But obviously, we all need people and we need to socialize for whatever reason. I don't know, but apparently, it makes the world go round.
And my thing was that okay, I'm wearing this mask here. How do you meet people while wearing a mask, and stuff like that? However, I'm not an anti-maxer, a masker, or anti-vaxxer, or anything like that. So, and then also, I don't care. Even though I've gotten my vaccines, I had 2 shots of Pfizer,
Good for
and I still
you.
wear my mask.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with it. And sometimes it's great because if I don't feel like shaving, you know, I can put the mask on and nobody can tell I didn't shave. All right, so I'm cool.
I'm a huge fan of the mask. I think
I love it.
even after I'm vaccinated, I'm going to continue to wear my mask. I talk to myself a lot, and I didn't realize that until I started wearing a mask. And I'm like, nobody can see my mouth moving. So that's why I like the mask. I enjoy talking to myself, and I
Oh,
feel like it's my own little secret. Nobody
yeah.
knows what's going
Oh,
on
oh,
behind my back.
absolutely. I tell you what, it's funny that you say that because I found myself with the mask and it's like, okay, now it's just me. you know, and I am this character, I am yeah, boy, I think about the station a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but the mask also made me become focused on some other things, and I'm trying to diagnose this while we're talking right now. I need to talk to the doctors on the Boomerang Radio show, Dr. Sims and Dr. Harris. And then Ann Taylor, she said I need to be diagnosed anyway, and that's
I
okay.
think I think you're normal. I think that everything that you're saying sounds completely normal, but I'm not the best person to ask because
Yeah,
I get called a weirdo at least once a day. But
no,
I
it
think
was.
everything you're saying is cool.
But think about it. It was almost like you're in your own. With the mask on, to me, it was like really in your own space.
Yeah.
I
Especially
don't
because
know.
everybody has to stay 6 feet away from you
Yeah,
anyway at this
stay
point,
away
so
from you, right?
you
You
are in
know.
your own space. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I like the mask, and I totally get what you mean by having it on and just feeling like you're kinda in your own world and nobody can really, like, disrupt you or kinda disrespect your personal boundaries when you have the mask on, but at the same time, I was working at one of my waitressing jobs, and when I got hired, it was when other people got hired, it was during the pandemic. So I met people with the face mask on, and I went there to eat after I no longer work there because the food is phenomenal, and I will continue to go back and eat there. Um, but I one of my coworkers didn't even recognize me because I'm like, "Hi, X," and she's like, "Hey." She had no idea who I was, and she was actually one of the people I was kind of cool with that work, but she never saw me without my face mask on. So she's like, "Who is this girl, and why is she talking to me?" So like, it's such a different times we're living in. It's such a crazy world that I was working with this woman for months and months and months, and she had no idea what I looked like without a face mask. So
You
it's
know,
like
it's,
there's pros and
it's
there's cons.
amazing. That's absolutely amazing.
Isn't it crazy? Isn't it crazy?
It is absolutely crazy. Now, on the other side of the coin, you have these anti maskers, and people are doing. And I'm sure that perhaps may have some stories, know about some stories about some of these people that publicly go out and make an absolute complete fool of themselves, and want to sort of abuse people because of wearing a mask and or going and think that they're entitled to go into establishments. And hey, look, we have the right in my establishment to refuse service to anyone. So that's
Right.
pretty stated, and especially out here in California, and probably many parts of the world, our country, if not. And they or I have a medical condition. Okay.
Mhm.
All kinds of excuse for not doing what is supposed to happen. And so, I have a real problem with that. I have a real problem with that.
I
Uh,
do too. I was reading up there's this woman they're calling her the spitter. She's a spitter on the loose because she keeps
oh, oh,
disgusting. I'm sure
oh,
you can feel where I'm going with this. I didn't pick the story to talk about today, but I guess here it
oh,
goes. Yeah, she's apparently going to different establishments, and when people confront her like, "Hey, can you put a mask on?" She spits.
see.
Yeah. Yeah. Nasty.
Guess what? You can get arrested for that now.
Yeah, yeah, that's why she's on the loose, and I think they're looking for her. I didn't choose this story, so because it like is and it doesn't make me feel good. So I'm like, that's not a feel good story. I'm
Yeah.
not going to talk
No,
about it.
but
So I
yeah,
don't know if
guess
she's
what?
like,
You can turn to a feel good story because that $5 mask that she should have put over her face. Now it's gonna cost her some time in jail and a hefty fine. So yep, I feel good about that.
if
She's
she
gonna
gets
run
caught, she's still on the loose right now, just spitting it
good.
up. So yeah, hopefully they get her soon. 'Cause
No,
that's some
yeah,
nasty stuff.
yeah,
It's
something good
nasty.
out of everything. Okay, yep.
I think we
Yep.
should get back to some music.
Got you. Let's drop it.
What we gonna do right here is go back, way back, back into time. Da baby, da baby, da baby. No, no, no. Da baby,
Take your love away from me. I'll go crazy.
no.
I'll go insane.
Da baby, da baby. No, no, no. Da baby, da baby, you've got your problems, baby, and I've got mine. Let's just spend it all by putting it together. Yeah. When you say you love me, it don't mean nothing. If you care, you'd be there like you used to be. Yeah. I'm searching for the words to make you realize that I really, really want you to stay. Oh, tears of frustration I hold inside, but if you walk away, you make this grown man cry. Don't leave me, girl. No, no, please stay with me tonight. Don't leave me, girl. Forget my pride, girl. I'm begging you. You're my heart, you're my soul. You got so much control. My love runs deeper than the ocean and sea. But if you sail away, you take the centerpiece of me. Don't leave, no, no, no. Don't leave me, girl. Please stay with me tonight. Oh, please don't leave me, girl. Yeah, please stay with me
Take your love away. If you take your love away, I'll go crazy, crazy, crazy. Please stay with me forever, forever. Baby, don't take your love away. No. Stay with me, yeah. 'Cause you know I love you. You know that I need you. Yes, I do. Oh, yeah.
Black Street. Don't leave me, girl.
Nah, baby, nah, baby, nah, baby.
Yes. Hey, and we're back on the Buzz Studio W, the Buzz, and it's kicking it with KAYLA. Hey, welcome back, KAYLA. Wow, wow, fascinating. A great song choice. We
You
got
like that one?
love it, love it, love it. My God, you got a list here. I love it. You got
Yeah.
Branded, TLC, Mary J. Blige, Blue Cantrell, TLC, and Blackstreet again. So perhaps we can get most of that in.
We'll see. We'll
Yes,
see. Yeah, I think so. I don't see why not.
we'll
We like
just
to make
see
it feel good.
I don't know. What do you got? What do you have for us right now?
I mean, I just got another story. You think we should drop another song and then get to the story? Is that how you're feeling? You want
I'm ready. Whatever you that song and then the story. How about that?
sound like a plan? Let's drop
That
another one.
sounds like a plan to me. Okay, it's kicking with KAYLA right here on the Buzz.
Oh, yeah. I would like to get to know if I could be the kind of girl that you could be down for. 'Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on.
I get exotic with the melodic tune. I get hypnotic with the moon, but you got to put me down soon. I flip a sideshow if you come my way. Up, down, and around, even sideways. I'm about as ready as the light can get. We can go all out. I ain't afraid of the sweat, but yet I bet you got the techniques to freak a girl inside out. What's that all about? Can I have some of that? You gotta put me on. Word around town is your 9 men strong. I wanna be put on in the worst way. Since the first day, I think it was a Thursday. You be that brother that I wanna sink my teeth in. Make me wanna ask, where the hell you been? I like the way you be with all that personality, but I got flavor too. You need to get with me.
What you going through? I wanna be down. I wanna be down with oh, yeah. It's true. I wanna be down. I wanna be down. Oh, yeah.
He was born 20 years ago, just a pimp toes. Every day, new clothes. Look at the cut, coupe pose. How? On 3, got the heat so bluffy. Slanging pasties because it's more than 20 ducats. Struck it. Kinda rich, now his pockets looking straight. Slam the D's on the benzo, pancake by the gate. Mom's looking straight with her half, she got great. Lounging in her new home, that's about to stay. I'll be your call, mail, motel. You can get it when you want it, even though you got chicks all up on it. Don't matter, cause brother, you fly. I can't lie. I've been macking daddy from the corner of my eye. Now, baby, bring it on. Don't be frontin' on your baby boo. All I wanna know is what's up with you. How can I get with you? Seems like you got a hold on me. It must be voodoo, cause baby, I want you.
Down with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ting, ting, ting.
I wanna be down with you. Oh, yeah. I wanna be down.
About day short, about day tall, about so big, about so small, about this length, about this width, about this flow, about this gift. Instinct leading me right up your alleyway. Skip the moet, let's chill with some Alizé. Enough stressing all day. Let me massage your mind as my mental starts to play. A ghetto sauce you are, and I'll be your sexual chocolate bar. And I gotta keep strong for the cause, and you gotta keep me strong for the tours. Brother, man, and me, damn the family. What else could we be with no one understands us but we? You were the first to tame me. Big teeth. I'm out.
I wanna be down. Oh, yeah. I wanna be down. I wanna be down with you. It's true. Oh, yeah. I wanna be down with you.
Hey, here we go, here we go now.
Here we go.
And it's on, yeah, and you don't stop. Brandy is
ladies in the house and you don't stop until the body rock. Keep it on and you don't stop. You rock.
Hey, this is how we do it on the Buzz, Studio W, the Buzz. Hey, we circle the globe 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to find us in broadcasting anywhere around the globe. And I want to give a huge, major shout out to our number one listening audience in the world, because we do circle the globe, but it happens to be Los Angeles, California. Wow, man, you guys have, going on 7 years. You have been our number one audience, and I want to thank you so much for that. And now back to Kicking It with KAYLA, right
Thank
here
you.
on the Buzz, Kicking It.
Kicking it with KAYLA right here on Studio W Buzz Radio. It is the 4th show, and I just like to set the vibe, make it feel good in here. If you missed the first 3 shows, you can catch them, no worries. Go to studiowbuzz.com, archive shows, and you can check out all the other awesome shows that we play here. So yeah, check that out. And like I said, I like to make it feel good. I like to make us feel sane. I like to let you guys know what's going on in this crazy, crazy world that we live in. And people do crazy things for the ones they loved, right? So this Florida man, he did the craziest thing. And when you hear Florida man, you think it's about to be some negative, real crazy news. But actually, this one's kind of positive. So he was chilling and he saw that his 8-month-old chocolate lab got dragged into a pond by an alligator. That sounds like such a Florida story. So an 8-month-old puppy got dragged into a pond by an 8-foot alligator. And of course, this Florida man knew exactly what to do when an alligator drags your pup, because it would have been a sad, sad day in my world if that was the case. But this man, he goes into action immediately, jumps into the pond, sticks his thumb into the alligator's eye, and kept picking the eye out. Yeah, it gets gory. He kept digging at the alligator's eye until the alligator let his dog go. Alligator shouldn't have messed with the puppy. He wanted those problems apparently, so he got those problems, and the alligator let the dog go. Thankfully, this happened near a middle school pond. Like, it was a pond by a middle school, so they were able to be stitched up by a school nurse. So there was no crazy damage done. But again, if that was me, I think I would have just been mourning my pup. That's crazy. Like, honestly. What about you? Do you have animals, WB?
No,
No animals.
and that's the reason
So
why. That's the reason why, because I said, okay, then I would be responsible. Make sure that if you have an animal, you want to take care of them. You respect them, right? So then you have to feed them if they need the veterinary shots and all this kind of stuff, and clean up the mess. And no,
it's a
absolutely.
huge responsibility. It's a huge responsibility.
That's
People
right.
think it's all fun and games and it's cute. And it was actually just like National Adopt a Puppy Day, like last week or something like that.
Right.
And they are adorable and they give you unconditional love, but they are a lot of work. So I don't have one yet either. But I feel like when I get more established and comfortable within my schedule, a dog is definitely something I want to look into. But living in Florida is not something I want to look into, because how is that normal that an alligator just snatches up a puppy and it's like he didn't even freak out. He sprung into action immediately. It was caught on video and
Yep.
everything.
And I've heard about that, how to defend against an alligator, and you're exactly right. The eyes.
You
And
knew that?
yeah, and because you're not going to get anywhere or any other part of that body. You can't punch them. You could shoot, maybe, I don't know whether you can shoot them or not if you have I don't know.
I don't think you have. I mean, if you're lucky enough to have a gun while you're attacked by an alligator, I don't know what's the likelihood of that happening.
I don't know either. Well, Florida's not for me anyway. So no, I don't have to worry about that.
You read those stories all the time about like what you're supposed to do when you get attacked by an alligator or attacked by a bear. I hear if you're like getting attacked by a bear, you got to stop and like stand still because the bear can't stop itself. I don't know.
Yeah.
All I know is if I'm ever in these situations, I'm not thinking logically to do what I know to do.
Yeah. My mate, if I want to focus on anything, I think about these characters on 2 legs. That's the only problem I'm dealing with right now. We're not dealing with it, but hey, make sure you think about this, whatever, because there are some complete nut jobs out here. So anyway, the 2-legged ones are the one I'm more concerned about.
I think they're probably the most dangerous ones.
I know
Honestly.
so. Most dangerous species on Earth. Yep.
I think so. I think so. I
So
think we should get back to a little bit of music too.
I got it
Is
covered.
it TLC?
Oh, why not?
A scrub is a guy that thinks he's fine, is also known as a buster. Always talking about what he wants and just sits on his. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time, and no, I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Checking me, but his game is kinda weak, and I know that he cannot approach me. Cause I'm looking like glass and he's looking like trash. Can't get with a deadbeat. So, no, I don't want your number, no. I don't wanna give you mine, and no, I don't wanna meet you nowhere, no. Don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. Car and you're walking, oh yes son, I'm talking to you. You live at home with your mama, oh yes son, I'm talking to you. You have a shorty that you don't show love, oh yes son, I'm talking to you. Wanna get with me with no money, oh no, I don't want no scrub, no, no, scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Hanging out the passenger side of his best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me.
Oh, it's real good. Riveting conversations, great dialogue, excellent music. You're kicking it with KAYLA right here on The Buzz, baby. There's more to come. Kick back. Oh, yeah. Kicking it with KAYLA right here on Studio W The Buzz, your global radio network. I so enjoy this show. This is KAYLA. This is your fourth show, and it's absolutely amazing. Your song choice is excellent. Hey,
Uh-huh.
we're jamming here in the studio.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, setting the vibe right. And
Man.
yeah, yeah, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good this Friday. Um, yeah, no scrubs, dating. Ugh. Don't go chasing waterfalls. That's what pretty much we were talking about. And it's so funny because a lot of people we were talking about being locked down for a year and losing touch with how to socialize and how to just be a person again. So it's nice when you hear good things like people are so happy to be back into the world that they take care of everybody's restaurant bill and tip the waitresses $500. Like that's awesome. And then you hear about the crime going up and that's not so awesome. But another thing that people aren't talking about is dating and how people don't know how to date anymore. In fact, and I'm not making this up, the most Googled question of 2020 was how to have sex because people forgot how to do anything. They don't know how to socialize or be around people or interact with others. Dates are get like crazy dating stories are coming out in the media. I thought my worst date was like the worst date in the history of life, but I can't. This person may have me topped. My worst date ever. I was out with a boyfriend who never, ever, ever, ever should have been my boyfriend. In fact, if you ask me about this person, I'll be like, I don't know who that is. What are you talking about? Um, because it was that bad. Ugh, I'm so embarrassed. But
Oh,
this date, it just, yeah, this date also tells you how embarrassing he was and how embarrassing the whole situation is. So we're out to eat and we were at some diner. We sat down at the diner and I'm looking over the menu. He's looking over the menu and he's like, okay, this menu looks kind of pricey. This is a little crazy. And I'm
uh-oh.
like, oh yeah, diners are a little expensive. This is a little crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So I'm still looking over the menu, deciding what I want to eat. Would you believe the waiter or waitress came up to check on us and he goes, "We have to leave. She doesn't feel well." He didn't give me a heads up. He didn't say, "Hey, this is the plan. This is the escape plan. We're going to get out of here." The waiter came up and he just threw me under the bus. "We have to leave. She doesn't feel good. She's really sick and we have to get out of here now." And the waiter's like, "Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Yeah, we only ordered water." And he got out of there so fast. I was so embarrassed. And the waiter came out and followed us afterwards, like out to the parking lot, asking us, "Was everything okay in there?" And it was just like, that's when I one decided I will never deal with the
No,
scrub again. That
never.
was a scrub.
Oh
And
God.
isn't that so embarrassing?
It's absolutely it is. What a loser.
To word it nicely, yeah, to put it pretty nicely. WB, do you have a worst date story? Like your worst date that you've ever been on?
Oh boy. Oh my God. Perhaps but to comment on yours though,
Mhm.
I'm glad you just smelled the coffee. Do you guys even have coffee? You had water.
Yeah, yeah, it was water. That's all he could afford was water.
Oh no, no.
Yeah.
What you don't go on, guys? Don't go on a date if you can't afford it. And I don't believe in Dutch. I don't believe in any of that. Right?
No?
If I can't take you out and pay for the entire thing, then I'm not going. Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, chivalry is not dead. And losers out there. Okay, hey, honey, you paying tonight? No, uh, no, and I don't care how much money the woman makes. I don't care if she makes more. It doesn't matter to me. And so
Mm.
the excuse is, well, they want equality. No, stupid. That's in the workplace.
You know,
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, my God, I have several, but I don't know. I'm searching over. Oh, yeah.
ooh, oh, you got a good one?
Yeah. I
Go
hope.
ahead, share it. Share it.
Okay. Nobody got hurt. There was no blood, anything like that.
All right, that's all
But
that
anyway,
matters.
so this lady picked me up, and she had just bought a brand new Mustang, uh,
Ooh.
and it was red. And speaking of red flags, because she was kind of fiery anyway. But anyway, um, so we go to the restaurant. We sit down, and the waitress comes over, and if you know me, you know I am a friendly guy. Okay.
Yeah.
The last thing I want to do is to piss off the waitress.
Yeah.
All right. And I
They're
don't
they're
want
they're serving your food. You wanna be good to them.
absolutely. And I'm not going to insult. I don't care how good, bad, or ugly it is. I hate, and I don't want to ever send anything back.
Mm. A lot
Ah,
of
these
people
are
a lot
my.
of people have that fear.
I do
Yeah.
because you don't know who's cooking your food. They could have been just fresh out of Ward B, and they're back there and they could take it as an insult. So I'm not a fan of that at all. But anyway, make a long story short, so we sit there, and the waitress and I, she comes over, and I don't know, I said something crazy, something stupid, something funny, whatever it was, and um, I noticed that uh, my date, well, she took me out for my birthday. Okay, so anyway, and so she had a straight look on her face, and I'm thinking,
Mhm.
okay, what's wrong going on? But anyway, we go through all of this. The meal is over and things like that. So we get back in the car. The first mistake, I was an hour away from my home, and she drove.
Mm.
Okay, and when we got in the car, she said, I saw that waitress slip her phone number in your pocket. I said, "What?
Did the waitress slip her phone number in your pocket,
No,
WB?
absolutely not." And at that time, I'm thinking Twilight Zone here now. I'm thinking, what in the hell is going on? Yeah. and her nostrils are flaring up, and she's driving fast. I said, Lord, just get me home safely, okay? Just get me in my house. And so, and she says, and I'm gonna tell you something right now. If you ever hurt me, something
Ooh.
real bad is gonna happen to you.
Uh-oh. She meant business.
Well, I did too, because at that point it was over.
You were going to hurt her. You're like, I'm not dealing with this crazy mess.
I cut it off, and I lived in a gated community there where you
excuse
have
me,
to allow
darling.
somebody in, and I told her it was over. And then a few nights later, my phone rings. He says, "Oh, I'm here. I'm outside."
Uh-oh.
I said, "Oh my God."
Uh-oh.
So,
Uh-oh.
thanks, Kayla, for bringing that up. Oh my goodness. I hadn't thought about that in years.
You're so very welcome.
So yeah, okay. If you got anything to top that, let us know.
No, yeah, let us know. There's a comment section on the website, right? StudioWFuzz.com. Yeah, give us your dating stories, because it gets crazier. And I do want to say, circling back to the restaurant thing really quickly. As you know, I have experience, and it's definitely true. People do mess with people's food sometimes, for sure. And I think it's mainly if you're a nasty person and you're like being condescending and you're being rude, then you might get like, some stuff done to your food. But I've never seen anybody who handled it nicely, like, hey, I don't really like this, or this isn't really my thing. I didn't order what I thought it was. And then if they send it back and get something new, typically 9 times out of 10 their food's not messed with. Just to give you comfort, if you ever want to send your food back, I don't believe in paying for something that you don't enjoy. So just a little comfort. They don't mess with your food when you send it back. They mess with your food when you're rude and you're nasty. Then they're going to do something. So just putting it out there.
Unbelievable. Yep,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I tell you, you have to be surprised, and you just can't trust everything, but then on the other hand, you have to have some balance in your life. You can't be fearful of everything, just check out things and have discernment.
For sure. I agree. But I think that both of us had some really bad dates. And both of them kind of ended in a stalking situation. I didn't really get into more details about mine, but I'll share more about my dating life and my crazy dating history as Kicking It with Kayla goes on. But that was just a little taste. This person might have us both beat though, WB. So it says how to make an impression on a first.
Okay. Oh, did I lose you? Okay. All right. We'll be right back with Kicking It with
Time.
Kayla.
Be respectful
there
on a
you
date,
are.
and I got more details. You hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I just I couldn't hear anything just for about 30 seconds.
Holy smoke! So you didn't hear about the guy who?
No. Please
All right.
repeat.
Well, I'm just going to give you a little taste of it. Then we're going to play some music and I'll give you the details of the story. But pretty much how to make a good impression on the first date. You don't talk about your ex. You dress well. You arrive on time. You're respectful to the wait staff. And you probably shouldn't write bomb threats in chalk all over the mall, because that's probably not a good way to get a second date. And somebody actually did that. And I got more details on that story coming up, but I think we should play a little music first. And I'm doing a little early 2000s too. So it's not just 90s R&B. We're doing early 2000s because it's Friday and we're getting crazy. So can we play a little bit of Mary J. Blige?
Got it right here.
Thank you.
Let's get it crunk up on that fun up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're floating, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Come on, everybody, get on now, 'cause you know we got to get it wrong. Mary J is in the spot tonight, and I'ma make you feel alright. Come on, baby, just party with me. Let loose and set your body free. Leave your situations at the door, so when you step inside, jump on the floor. Let's get it crunk up on that crunk up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're floating, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holler you get loose and start to lose your mind. Cop you a drink, go ahead and rock your eyes, cause we're celebrating no more drama in our lives. With a great track pumping, everybody's jumping. Go ahead and twist your back and get your body bumping. I told you leave your situations at the door, so grab somebody and get your ass on the dance floor.
Let's get it crunk up on up in this dancery. Got y'all open, now you're floating, so you got to dance with me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Don't need no haters,
No, we don't need no.
we're just trying to love one another. We just want y'all to have a good time. No more drama in your life. Work real hard to make a dime. If you got beef, your problem, not mine. We all that BS outside. We gonna celebrate all night. Let's have fun tonight, no fight. Turn that rage back way up high. Making you dance all night, and I got some real heat for you this time. Doesn't matter if you're white or black. Let's get fun, cause Mary's back. Let's get crunk up on up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're open, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Let's get it crunk up on up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're open, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Let's get it crunk up on up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're open, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me. Let's get it crunk up on up in this dancery. We got y'all open, now you're open, so you got to dance for me. Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery. Let's get it percolating while you're waiting, so just dance for me.
Yeah. Welcome back to another fabulous Friday, right here on the Buzz, baby. Studio W Buzz, StudioWBuzz.com, the finest in broadcasting anywhere around the globe. And now we're back to Kicking It with KAYLA. Oh, I'm loving your song selections. Wow. You
Isn't it a
dropped,
good vibe?
hey, look, it's the best. Loving it, loving it, loving it, folks. I hope you're loving it too. Oh, by the way, KAYLA, there's
Yeah.
an ongoing contest that the audience needs to know about.
Yeah, let them
And
know.
they can register right here on your show. They can do that if they go to StudioWBuzz.com. StudioWBuzz.com and register. We would like for you to subscribe. And then I tell you what, we'll give you extra points if you go to and like and maybe leave a comment. Okay, hint, hint. Leave a comment and maybe we drop something on KAYLA's page, and all of these things come into consideration. Okay, now it's a weekly contest, and we're giving away a gas card. The minimum is $25. Now, let me set the table for 1 second, if you don't mind, KAYLA. Let me, if you don't mind, let me take a
I
couple.
don't mind. Go for it.
All right, folks. I don't get disturbed a lot. Well, with the political climate, that disturbs me. That's a whole different story. But things bother me, not a whole lot. I don't carry those burdens around with me. But and I don't get my feelings hurt a lot. One thing that hurts my feelings real bad are gas prices. Okay, gas prices hurt my feelings.
Me too.
I'm serious, and you live, and you're in one of the most high-priced gas areas in the world. Okay, and I told this story earlier this week. or was it last week? And the reason why I decided to start this contest because gas prices are high.
They're crazy. They're crazy out
They're
here.
crazy, folks. I'm gonna tell you. I don't know where you are. Oh, tell us where you are in the country as well, okay? Because I don't know where you are. But have you? I want to know if any of you have ever paid over $6 a gallon for gas.
I definitely have not, and I definitely would not. I drive until I find a $2 one. That's crazy. $6? Are you kidding me? It's
Right
highway
there in
robbery.
Los Angeles.
What? Where? No.
Oh,
That's
it was. Oh
Beverly
my
Hills.
God!
Beverly Hills.
Oh my God! It was right around in the Hawthorne area somewhere, and I was at a business meeting, and when I was leaving, I noticed that I said, okay, I can't get back to San Bernardino on this amount of gas, and so I drove into the gas station and $6. It was over $6. It was closer to like 650. It was crazy,
That's
and
illegal.
I'm
You
not
should call the
exaggerating.
cops. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was, and I didn't want to take a chance because my earlier years in California, I got stuck on the freeway once, and folks, you don't want to be there. I didn't have AAA. Okay. And I'm not a great mechanic, but for somehow it was an old car and I happened to get it started again. That was the only thing that got me out of that jam. Okay.
Mm.
And you don't want to be on the well, it was twice. Okay. I'm not going to bore you guys with that story. That's horrible too. But anyway, no, you don't want to be stuck on the freeway out here in California. It's amazing. To stand out on the freeway or on the side safely. And those cars, it's almost like you're at Daytona Speedway,
Yeah, I
and
can
these
only
cars
imagine.
are blasting by you, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, I hope nobody loses control and crashes into me."
Yeah.
Okay. So it's one of those things. So, but anyway, guys, go to the website, studiowbuzz.com. You can also listen to this show if you want to hear it again or share with a friend. Just go to Kicking It with KAYLA. She's right up there on the top. I don't know how in the world she got up on the top there in a couple of weeks.
I really appreciate that. I saw that. I was like, wow, that's me right there. As soon as you go, that's cool. Super
Hey,
cool.
we love what you do.
I appreciate it. I really, really do. And I think that the gas card is super useful. Two things. I'm from New Jersey, so I just learned how to pump my own gas last year when I moved here. And
What?
I think, yeah, I didn't even know how to pump gas until I was like 105 years old. And on top of that, I think it's ridiculous that they charge me more money to pump my own gas. That's absolutely ridiculous. I sound like a Jersey girl, but come on, come on. And as I was getting gas one day, pumping it myself, I sat in my car and I started scrolling social media and completely forgot I was pumping my own gas. I look up at the gas meter and it's like at $65. I'm like, oh my God, that just wasn't the plan at all. So I really wish I would have had a gas card at that point to help me out, because that definitely was like completely disrespectful to my budget and to myself. And now I know, don't sit in my car because I'll forget that I'm the one pumping my gas and I'll let it go way too high. But yeah, check out studiowbuzz.com so you can have your chance to win the gas card, because these prices are super duper disrespectful. And I wish I could win, but I work here, so I can't. So
No,
good
you
luck to
can't.
you.
You can't do that. So, what are they? I would like to know. On the East Coast, in Jersey, what do you have an idea what the gas prices might be there?
Oh, they're a lot better than they are here. I want to say maybe like
Well,
$1.99, maybe two, you might get to $3 if you're feeling a little spicy, but that's about it. It's
oh,
absolutely crazy out here.
oh,
Crazy out here. But
I'm
I did
from.
hear prices were going up with the pipeline shortage or something like that. They were charging like $9 or something a gallon.
That is, you know what, and it's all a scam. I
It definitely
believe
is.
that, because um, the pipeline that we're speaking of, and it was a cyber attack, and you know we covered that a little bit as well. It
Yeah.
covered the lower half of the East Coast, and
Yeah.
I believe that. I don't even know whether it covered Jersey or not, or and going into New York. I don't think it went up that far, but it did cover several states in the East Coast. I believe it's Virginia, down through Florida. I believe, and going into Louisiana or whatever, right? Like they need more problems. So yes, seriously, and we know about this. And so, but out here, so that means that it shouldn't have affected our prices out here at all in California, even though they were higher than most places anywhere.
Yeah, it shouldn't have affected anybody, honestly. It was all a scam just to get you to spend your money. Same with the Chick-fil-A shortage. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but they're like,
What?
it's a shortage of sauces. Yeah, they're saying there's a shortage of sauces. So everybody's purchasing those little 8-ounce sauces that they
Uh,
sell. It's
yeah.
just
Well,
everything's a scam. Everything's a scam.
everything is good. Well, I heard about. Did you hear about the shortage of ketchup?
Yeah, I did hear about that. That's a scam
Is
too.
that? Oh my God, we got to talk about that
And
one.
there's a shortage of chicken too, they say. Like,
Oh,
just
is there?
these chickens are gonna
Oh,
have more. Anyway, everything's a scam. Don't buy it and don't like spend all your money because they say it, because that's what they want you to do. Just don't be a sheep. But I did tease earlier. Again, check out Studio W Buzz so you could get your gas card and you don't have to worry about this stuff because somebody else is paying for your gas for a little bit. And that's always a good time. I always want that. So, but I was telling you how on top of them trying to scam us and propaganda us and all this other stuff, how dating is super tough. And that man who was on a first date at a mall and then started writing bomb threats in chalk all over the mall while this woman is on the first date with him. She met him at the mall. They're on their first date. All of a sudden, he gets a piece of chalk, and he's writing "Free Palestine," suicide bombing in the mall. And again, this is her first time, man. She's obviously super duper scared. He's writing smiley faces and just acting like it's a normal date the entire time, like still wooing her and giving her flirty compliments while he'll like take a break and then write some weird stuff with the chalk in the mall. Clearly, that ended up with his arrest. This happened in Pennsylvania, and me and WB were sharing our worst date stories, but I can't say that I've experienced anything like that. That probably takes the cake for everything. Somebody's on a date and then they start doing bomb threats. I've never heard of such weird stuff. This stuff doesn't make me feel good.
amazing. It's amazing. It's a good thing that this guy got arrested. So who busted him?
The police busted him. She actually was scared, so she called the police on him
Okay.
while they were on the date. Yeah, while they were on the date, and they ended up getting the guy. So luckily, nobody was seriously hurt. But it just like it's super scary dating out there these days. People just don't know what they want to do. But yeah, I think it's just not making me feel good. These crazy stories. Let's get to a little bit more music. How about
Oh,
Hit
I've
'Em
got.
Up South?
Okay. Let's see. What do we have for you? Oh, I have it right here. Let's drop this baby.
Yeah.
While he was scheming, I was beaming in the beamer, just steaming. Can't believe that I caught my man cheating. So I found another way to make him pay for it all. So I went to Neiman Marcus on a shopping spree. And on the way I grabbed Soleil and Mia. And as the cash box rang, I thought everything away. Oops, there goes the dreams we used to say. There goes the times we spent away. There goes the love I had, but you cheated on me, and that's for that now. There goes the house we made a home. There goes you'll never leave me alone. For all the lies you told, this is what you own. Hey ladies, when your man wanna get up wild, just go back and hit him up style. Get your hands on his cash and spend until the last time for all the hard times. Oh, when you go, then everything goes. From the crib to the ride and the clothes. So you better let him know that if he mess up, you gotta hit him up. While he was bragging, I was coming down the hill just a dragging. All his pictures and his clothes in the bagging. Sold everything else till there was just nothing left. And I paid all the bills about a month too late. It's a shame we have to play these games. The love we had just fade away, away. There goes the dreams we used to say. There goes the times we spent away. There goes the love I have, but you cheated on me, and that's for that now. There goes the house we made a home. There goes you'll never
standing till the last time for all the hard times. When you go, when everything goes, from the crib to the ride and the clothes. So you better let them know that if you mess up, you gotta get them up. Hey ladies, when your man wanna get buck wild, just go back and get them up style. Get your hands on his cash and spend until the last time for all the hard times. When you go, then everything goes, from the crib to the ride and the clothes. So you better let him know that if you mess up, you gotta get him up. All of the dreams you sold left me out in the cold. What happened to the days when we used to trust each other? And all of the things I sold will take you until you get old to get them back without me. Cause revenge is better than money, you say. Hey ladies, when your man wanna get buck wild, just go back and get him up style. Get your hands on his cash and
Man, what a way to rock your Friday night. Oh, I can't think of a better place to be than kicking it with KAYLA right here on Studio W, The Buzz, your global radio network. And back to our host, KAYLA.
Kicking it with KAYLA right here on Studio W Buzz Radio. That is my jam. I really love that song.
Love
Hit 'em
it.
up style. That's a good one.
Love it.
Yeah.
Man.
By the way, somebody from Jersey texted me telling me the prices are $309.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yes. See,
That's not too bad.
I'm getting angry all over again.
Don't get angry because we're giving out gas cards so people don't have
Yeah,
to pay.
yeah, but I can't win one either.
Yeah, well, no, you can't. You still gotta pay. So yeah, I guess you can be angry. I'm angry too now. Yeah, you're right. But it's okay because we're kicking it with KAYLA and we're gonna make it feel good in here. Hit 'em up style is just pretty much about your man cheating on you and then you coming at his bank account. You take everything that he owns and you ruin his life. Super toxic mentality that's being spread in a positive way that we're all bopping along to. But a lot of words that are used in 2021, toxic and boundaries and self-love and manifestations. A lot of people are realizing that some of these behaviors aren't cool and like it's not really the wave. So getting a little transparent, I was in a super duper duper toxic relationship. Toxic. It was like it was the worst thing in the history of life. It actually ended in a restraining order. It was so bad. So, and I had no idea. I was in like this toxic relationship. I had no idea I was in this bubble until I got out of it. And I was like, oh snap, that wasn't right. That wasn't cool. That was like a lot of years of some BS. So when you look into like how to tell, and then also add this was before the pandemic when I was socializing like normal and I had no idea I was being manipulated and controlled. So imagine spending a year in lockdown, getting back into the world. It's probably super easy for these narcissistic people to find victims to take advantage of because people are not used to socializing anymore. So here's some signs that I was doing my research to tell if you're in a toxic situation that you don't need to be in. So if your partner meets any of these signs, it's probably a toxic relationship and you probably shouldn't be in it. So number one, maybe I should start at number I don't know if they're going in like a crazy order or not, but I'm going to start at the bottom because that's fun. Number 10, you would never date any of their friends. Not saying that you should date your partner's friends because that's clearly like not cool. You don't do that. But I firmly believe birds of a feather flock together. So if your man has or woman has friends that's like just nasty individuals with nasty morals, nasty character, maybe disrespectful, maybe call people out their name, maybe just like or just negative energy, and that's like your partner's friends. Your partner's probably like that too, if they choose to be around those type of people. So you want to make sure that they kind of hang with people that you would like, because again, birds of a feather flock together. So that's toxic sign number 10. Number 9, they're controlling. If you feel like you need to ask permission or if you need to be allowed to do something, I don't think anybody should be able to tell you what you can and can't do. But also, I might be an extreme case. I just feel like it's okay to have a conversation, maybe some guidance, but there's no, you can't do that. Like nobody can tell you that. That's not, no. That's controlling and it's unacceptable. Don't deal with it. Number 8, they make excuses for their crappy behavior. Oh, I'm sorry, I punched you in the face.
Oh,
I was having a bad day. That was an exaggeration, obviously, but like, yeah, that they make excuses. I was having a bad day. Oh, you made me do that. Like, no, no, there's no excuses. When people are crappy and they lack accountability, that's a toxic sign. Don't deal with that stuff. Don't deal with it. Number 7, you hide things that have happened to you from your friends and family. If you can't tell your friends and family things because you know they're going to be like, what are you doing? Why are you dealing with that? Then ask yourself that. What am I doing? Why am I dealing with this? Your friends and your family love you. So if they're telling you something, it's coming out of a place of love. And you know these people love you because they've been in your life for years and years and years. Why would they switch up now because you're dating somebody? If your family and friends are telling you something or you feel like you can't tell your family and friends things, you probably don't need to be in that situation. You have nightmares. That's number 6. Now that's super extreme. If you're having nightmares about the person you're dating, why are you dating them?
oh,
Why are
hell.
you dealing with them? Um, Number 5, you are experiencing more stress, anxiety, or excessive worry, or maybe even a weakened immune system. It's so true that the people that you're around and the energy that you ingest has an effect on your physical capability. You can physically become sick from dealing with people that you're not supposed to deal with. So if you're having stress, anxiety, worry, and it's being caused by somebody who's supposed to quote unquote love or care about you, you don't need to be in that situation. That sounds like a toxic situation. Number 4, oh my God, they're notorious for playing the victim card. So they can, disrespect you to the utmost capability. And the second you say that or do something back, it's like, oh my God, why'd you do this to me? It's, I'm the victim in this. They try to make you feel bad for things that they've done. And you're not crazy. You know that you're not a bad person. So if they're trying to make you feel bad for things that you've done, they're probably a toxic person that you don't need to be dealing with. Um, 3, they isolate you from your friends, family, or plans. It's super easy to control somebody when you get them by themselves. So if you feel like you can't really see the people that you love the most as often as you'd like to because your partner is eating up all your time and not allowing you to spend time with anybody else, not really a good sign.
Mhm.
Not really a good sign. You might be being controlled. 2, your partner blames you for a problem they've caused. I think that kind of goes hand in hand with lacking accountability and playing the victim. They'll be like, "You're the reason I hurt you. You're the reason I cheated on you. You're the reason I hit you." No, you're never the reason. You're never the reason, and it's never okay. And number 1, your partner gaslights you by either telling you how you feel or they
Mhm.
devalue your feelings when you share them. So if you're like, if they're saying like you're being sensitive right now, that's a problem. They're disrespecting your boundaries and they're disrespecting your feelings. If you say this hurt my feelings and they're like, why did it hurt your feelings? That's stupid. You're sensitive. Don't act like that. That's your problem. You're being crazy. It's not me. No, it's them. It's them. Your feelings are always valid and don't allow anyone to make you feel like your feelings aren't valid and you're the crazy one for feeling them. Your feelings are always valid. And again, if somebody tries to make you feel different, maybe it's a toxic situation you don't need to be in, right? Just some information. I'm not
Mhm.
everybody date who they want to date, but if you I remember when I was in college when I was in my situation, and this is me being a little bit more transparent. I was in college and I was taking a course on I think it was like adult relationships, whatever the case may be. And they were saying how to know if you're in a toxic relationship, and it was like bullet points on the board. And I realized like, oh my God, I'm hitting every single one of those bullet points. I am in a toxic situation. So if you feel like you're hitting more of those bullet points than you should be hitting, maybe you're in a toxic situation
Mhm.
and maybe you need to get out. Just some advice. But do what you want to do regardless. That
Wow.
doesn't make me feel too good, right? How do you
Yeah,
what do you think?
killer.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm wow.
Wow.
I want to do this. I need those we need to post this on your page,
Yeah.
right here on the website. What you said was so boy, I mean, it's great to hear. It is great
Yeah.
to hear because these you're right on point. I'm saying, wow, this is great. We talk about the points, the bullet points that you put up. We have to post this on the website. I'm
Okay.
I was just blown away. We've done shows over the last several years about the various things that you are talking about
Hmm.
because this violent, domestic violence, relationship violence. What I don't care whether you're living with someone or not. I guess they classify, hey, if you're living with it, that's domestic. Okay, it's all violent and it's all wrong, and
Right.
that's why a lot of young ladies are controlled. They don't know that they're controlled because it didn't start off that way.
Right.
Okay, and it's called grooming, folks. Okay, I'm treating you, oh, you're a princess, you're a doll, and these are the ways that I'm going to show you exactly the way. Oh my God, the way I envision, whatever charming way you got trapped into that relationship, and then women end up being abused. There are shelters, and I work with someone out of the sheriff's department that they have what is it called? Oh my God, gift of
Oh.
love, and they have provide shelters for women that are in these toxic. Well, it started off toxic, and you know how humans how we do we ignore the warning signs,
Yeah.
and it got too abusive where they had to escape their homes, you know,
Right.
and now they're in shelters, you
Yeah.
know.
Super
Oh,
sad.
it is ugly.
I read this really cool analogy in regards to being in a domestic relationship because you were kind of saying it doesn't start off like that. It starts off really sweet. And it was about frogs. You put a frog in boiling hot water, it's going to jump out immediately. Like, nah,
Uh,
this isn't it. But if you put a frog in warm water, it sits there. And if you slowly but surely turn the temperature up to the point where the water's boiling, the frog still doesn't jump out
wow,
because it stays there until it dies.
wow.
Um, and that's kind of like a domestic relationship. The water starts off comfortable, warm, and then it starts to slowly but surely turn up, turn up, turn up, and now you're killing yourself ultimately. Um, Even
What
if your partner isn't that physically violent toward you, again, the stress
interesting.
and that energy, like it definitely does have an effect on your
Absolutely.
overall health.
That's an amazing analogy. I'd never heard that before.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
you bring out so much brilliance on your show. I love this.
I try. I try. I'm kidding. Thank you.
No, you do this thing, and oh, so proud to have you here.
Thank
Hey, okay, don't
you.
forget about the gas card. We've got. I'm sure. Wow, I can't believe. Out now, we've expanded this to 90 minutes. We probably could go a little bit longer, but we have 6 minutes to go. What do you have for us in
Well,
closing over the last 6 minutes? Do whatever. This is kicking it with Kayla. I'm gonna step aside.
no, you're good. Kicking it with KAYLA right here. Thank you. And I got that. That like was a lot of like negative energy, and it's like, oh man, if you, especially if you're in that situation and you come to that realization, that's like, oh, a lot to swallow. Trust me, been there. So I got some good signs too that you're in a good relationship with a lot of green flags. But because that was so heavy, I think we should play a little bit of music and like make it feel good. And then when we get back, I'll tell you if you're in a good relationship and the green flags to listen to look for. But let's get
Hey,
some old school
no
music.
diggity.
You know what? I like the players. No dickity, no doubt. Play on, play that. Play on, play that. Yo, Dre, drop the verse.
It's going down, fade to Black Street. The homies got at me, collab creations, bump like agony, no doubt. I put it down, never slouch. As long as my credit can vouch, a dog couldn't catch me. Say out, tell me who could stop with Dre making moves, attracting honeys like a magnet, giving them orgasms with my mellow accent. Still moving this flavor with the homies Black Street and Teddy, the original rough shakers.
Shorty get down, good lord. Baby got 'em open all over town. Strictly bitch, you don't play around. Cover much grounds, got game by the pound. Getting paid is a forte, each and every day. True play away. I can't get her out of my mind. Wow. I think about the girl all the time. Wow, wow. East side to the west side, pushing fat rides, it's no surprise. She got tricks in the stash, stacking up the cash, fast when it comes to the gas. By no means average, it's on when she's got to have it. Baby, you're a perfect 10, I wanna get in. Can I get down so I can? I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Bag it up, girl. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. She's got class and style. Street knowledge by the pound. Baby, never act wild. Very low key on the profile. Catching feelings is a no. Let me tell you how it goes. Herbs the word, spins the verb. Lovers hit curves so frequent you heard. Rolling with the fatness. You don't even know what the half is. You got to pay to play. Just for shorty bang bang to look your way. I like the way you work it. Trump tight all day, every day. You're blowing my mind, maybe in time. Baby, I can get you in my ride. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Bag it up, babe. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got to bag it up. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo, that girl looks good. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Play on, play on, play on. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. You're my kind of girl. Hey yo, hey yo, hey yo, hey yo. Hey yo.
Cause that's my peeps and we roll sheep. Flying first class from New York City to Blackstreet. What you know about me? Now don't put a thing. Cartier wooded frame sported by my shorty. As for me, icy gleaming pinky diamond ring. We bees the baddest click up on this scene. Ain't you getting bored with these fake broads? How shows improves, no doubt. I've been thinking so. Please excuse if I come across rude, that's just me. And that's how a player's got to be. Stay kicking game with a capital G. Ask the peoples on my block, I'm as real as can be. Word is born. Faking moves never been my thing. So Teddy, pass the word to Yoda and Chauncey. I'll be sending the call, let's say around 3:30. Queen Pen and Black.
I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got the bag it up.
Get it going on.
I like the way you work it. No diggity. I got the bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity. I like the way you work it. Yeah. Come on. Jackie in full effect. Lisa in full effect. Ride. Pinky in full effect. Tamika in full effect.
Man, this is too good.
Full effect. Ride. Ain't nothing going on but the red. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play on, play it. Play on, play it. Play on, play on. Play on, play on. Cause I like it. I like it. Ride. No diggity. No doubt. Yeah. Blackstreet Productions. We out, ride.
Yeah, play on, play That's right. Shucks, man. I've been having a blast. I can't believe that it's 90 minutes with Kicking It with KAYLA. And we could go another 90, but hey, guys, I know the clock on the wall say, hey, that's all for right now. But that's not all for the future of this bright star. KAYLA, I couldn't be prouder of you. And so oh my God, thank you so much for being part of this network.
Thank you so much for allowing me this platform. I really appreciate it.
Oh God.
And we ran out of time. 90 minutes flew by too, but it's okay because I'll be back on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, I'll share some positive love stories.
Well, well, I tell you what, if you have something, yeah. No, not tonight. We'll
People check in on Tuesday with me.
I'll be back. Wow, because I told you before, you can handle this by yourself. But so thank you so much for allowing me to be part of this. I am major shout out alert. I've got to give a huge major shout out to Eddie. My friend.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, absolutely. Fraternity brother, college buddy. Wow. I was. Let's see. We were number 1 and number 2 together. Let's
Oh
put it.
wow,
Yeah, that's how close we were. And
I
so
love it.
you know how things come full circle, and he gave you my number. This is uh, uh, meant to be. Thank you so much. Is I wow. I'm lost. Well, I'm really never lost for words. I just want to say, hey, Kayla, what would you like to share with the audience before we depart?
No, I mean, I was just gonna say I shared some toxic signs if you're in a toxic relationship. So make sure you kick it with Kayla on Tuesday to find out if you're in a positive relationship with a bunch of green flags and just more fun. Like I have so much fun here. All these minutes fly by. I can literally talk all night. Clearly, it's just what I do. Blah blah blah. But thank you guys for kicking it with me. It's been so fun. And kick it with me on Tuesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and 7 p.m. Central Time, I believe. I'm
Yeah.
learning the times as
Yeah.
I
And
grow.
and guess what? You need to add a few more songs to your playlist. And I just picked up one right now because we ran out of songs, but I got one for you. Okay. On the way out, folks. Hey, listen to Kicking It with Kayla. Kicking It with Kayla right here on Studio W The Buzz, your global radio network. And please register, subscribe. And you know, we'll give away a gas card a week. So you don't want to miss that either. But check out the other fine shows that we have on this broadcast. Tomorrow morning, we've got the Eden as an Act of Worship Ministries radio show, followed by Teens Talk Truth. Our teenagers, folks. If you have teenagers, whether you are an aunt or something like that, you might have teenage nephews or nieces and things like that, and talk to them. We need to find out what teenagers are talking about, and you know what? They are willing to open up on radio. So you want to check them out tomorrow. Eden as an Act of Worship Ministry show starts at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay, and that's noon on the East Coast. And Teens Talk Truth starts at 10. Followed by Groove Talk Radio. That's yours truly, WB. I'm on at 3:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then 5 p.m. Oh my God, the increasingly popular sports page, Studio W Sports page. We have some brilliant analysis. These guys, Mel Brown, Mark, uh, oh my God, Mark Daniels. I'm sorry, Reverend Taylor, Doctor Daryl Taylor. Oh my, we call him the Rev, right? And yours truly. It's the sports page. If you're into sports, you really don't want to miss that. That's at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Incredible. So, Kayla, thanks.
Thank you, WB.
It's my pleasure. How about some? You did. I have MJ on your playlist. So, what about this one? Just fine.
Love it.
You know I love music. And every time I hear something hot, it makes me want to move. It makes me want to have fun. But it's something about this joint right here. This joint right here, it makes me want to let it go. Can't let this thing called love get away from you. Feel free right now, go do what you want to do. Can't let nobody take it away from you, from me, from we. No time for moping around, are you kidding? And no time for negative vibes, cause I'm winning. It's been a long week, I put in my hardest. Gonna live my life, feel so good to get it right. So I like what I see when I'm looking at me, when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night at a time in my life, ain't worried about if you feel it. Got my head on straight, I got my vibe right, I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I wouldn't change my life, it's just fine, 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 ooh, fine, 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 ooh, just fine, 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 ooh. See, I wouldn't change my life, it's just feels fine. So good when you're doing all the things that you wanna do. Get the best out of life, treat yourself to something new. Keep your head up high in yourself, believe in you, believe in me. Having a really good time, I'm not complaining. And I'ma still wear a smile if it's raining. I gotta enjoy myself regardless. I appreciate life, I'm so glad that it's fine. So I like when I see you
when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Ain't worried about doing what you're gonna do. I'm a lady, so I must stay classy. Gotta keep it high, keep it together if I want to get better. See, I wouldn't change my life. My life's just fine, 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 fine. Ooh, fine, 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 fine. I wouldn't change my life. My life's just, I ain't gonna let nothing get in my way. Break me down, no. No matter what nobody has to say. I ain't gonna let nothing get in my way. No matter what nobody has to say. When you're doing all the things that you wanna do, get the best out of life, treat yourself to something new. It's a really good thing to say that I won't change my life. My life's just fine. Fine, 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 fine. See, I won't change my life. My life's just fine. See when I'm looking at me when I'm walking past the mirror. Don't stress through the night at a time, and my life ain't worried about if you feel it. Got my head on straight, I got my vibe right. I ain't gonna let you kill it. See, I won't change my life. My life's just fine. Fine, 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 fine. See, I won't change my life. My
I want to thank you for listening to StudioWTheBuzz.com, StudioWTheBuzz.com, and visited us with Kicking It with KAYLA right here on Studio W. And keep it locked for more music. Enjoy your weekend. We've got some amazing shows coming up for you, but in the meantime, kick back, grab a glass, and enjoy your weekend.